do basically a try to take profits. They see something new, and it does stimulate coin. Now, what I'm going to ask for you guys is when we do announce that it happens, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to say it's something people have been asking for. We need you all to be ready to buy at that moment. And the reason why is what happens is we want to create traction, we want to create movement. We're also going to have you go into the Dex page. If you can afford 1,000 Dex tokens, okay, their native token, that is going to help the coin. It's going to help your investment. This is going to allow you to give a thumbs up, and it's going to help you really push everything up. We want to get trending, and it's a great opportunity because of the traction to get trending. So I do tell you guys, please, please, please make sure that you are ready to go, whether you're ready to buy some tokens or participate in trying to get us trending. Because anytime you can get your coin trending, it's like free advertisement that shows on the top of Dex tools. People look for stuff they've never seen before, and that definitely takes it to another level. So really, really cool stuff. I'm in the process of finalizing a deal. I just need the guy to message me back, which I hope he'll do tonight, and try to wrap that up for you guys. So that's something I hope you guys are looking forward to. And I get excited for stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Another thing too, I hope you guys got involved on the pre-sale for NirosX. NirosX website, if you haven't been there, it's pretty simple. It's NirosX.com. And in there, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. And I do want to go over it. There's a few people in here, 26 people. Has anybody not heard of NirosX, or is there anybody here who has not been to the website? Please let me know. Unmute yourself. Let me know, because if you guys all been there and got all the information, does it make sense for me to go over it? Are you guys all familiar with NirosX, or do you want more information about it? If you guys stay quiet, I'm going to assume you guys know all about it. And then I'm going to put somebody to test and make you explain about it to me. All you got to do is say, I don't know, and I'll go over it. So let me give you guys a minute.
I don't know.
Thank you, Miss Leslie. Somebody participating. I always appreciate that. And, when I do giveaways on these, I usually reward people for participation. So do keep that in mind, guys. Now, with that being said, NirosX is basically going to be a business to business, a peer to peer transaction that's going to happen. Basically, what it's doing is it's going to combine blockchain technology, crypto, and AI, and it's going to allow for us to really be known different than other things, other tokens that are out there. It's a transactional token. It's not a meme token. It's actually a transactional token. People are going to be using this token. And the cool thing about it is there's deals already set up. I can't go over exactly what is set up, but I will tell you two major franchises are already lined up within doing this. So you're talking about something that is going to be known by people as a transactional token. So if you haven't gone to the website, what I like to do in these AMAs, I like to actually go through it with you guys and share my screen. That way you guys can see everything. Let's go ahead and load this up. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. Let me see if it's recording my screen. I believe so. So hopefully it is. So what I like to do on these, I like to read this for you. It's kind of like one of those things where truthfully, a lot of investors, we get lazy. We don't like to read. So we don't go through it and we don't break it down, but it's one of those things that's very, very important. So this is the NirosX website. You can see up top here where it says NirosX, and you can see home, Telegram, pre-sale, which the pre-sale is over. There's the Twitter, and you can just get there directly from it. So you can see where you can buy on PancakeSwap. So once again, guys, if you weren't part of the pre-sale, this is a BSC token. Now, the reason why it's a BSC token is it's a token that is designed to have less transaction fees because it's a token that is going to do a lot of transactions. With that being said, I hope you guys are paying attention to the quality of the website. You can tell Niros when they do anything, whether it's Alienwares, whether it is the Niros or even the NirosX, everything is high quality. And that's something you just don't get in the crypto space. And it's all in-house stuff. This is not cheap Fiverr work that you see on stuff like this. This is actually legit. Really good. Yeah.
Hey guys, could you turn off your mics, please?
Yeah, if you have your mics on, please turn them off because we'll get feedback, and then it makes where people definitely not going to want to listen to this. So let's talk about some of the stuff that we were talking about. NirosX is an AI-driven digital currency that not only acts as a transactional token that facilitates business-to-business and peer-to-peer transactions, but also an AI-powered business solution that will allow small businesses. Now, you notice here it says micro, okay? So even very small, these like mom and pop businesses, people of color and institutional disadvantaged business owners direct access to private, corporate, and government business opportunities, regardless of geography or local currency. Additionally, Neros X will maintain and continue to update an AI driven blockchain marketplace that will allow these businesses to sell their products and services anywhere in the world. Supported by cutting edge AI, Neros will use big data, marketplace trends, corporate and partner calls for vendor services and listing services to keep small, POC, and disadvantaged businesses aware of marketplace opportunities. NirosX will provide the tool and information to level the business field for small, POC, and disadvantaged businesses. By combining blockchain technology, crypto, and AI, business will have a new path to higher revenues and success. So, this is going to allow people of everywhere, every culture around the world to get access to things they don't right now. Plus, it's also imagine you go into a small business and they're like, "Hey, we take we take Neros," or you get into a situation where you can find out that this TV you're going to buy in Best Buy through the Neros, you can find out that somebody else is selling it cheaper, and that person's allowed to make money, and you can pay in Neros X. I mean, that is pretty dang cool to me. Let's go right to the roadmap from this one. So you can see we are doing phase one, launch time, Neros X, pre-sale complete, all done, live to the public, 11/15/21. So if you guys were fortunate enough to be part of the pre-sale, you're in day one. You don't have to do anything. It's already in there. And the emails have been going out. I got my email. I'm sure you guys have gotten your emails as well. Phase two, community, NirosX goes public, liquidity locked, web page live, Telegram and social media launch. You can see the website's already up and everything else will go on with it. Phase three is marketing, social media promotion, influencer push, listing on CoinGecko, listing on CoinMarketCap. It's pretty much the standard for everybody when it comes to all this stuff. And phase four, various smart contract audit, Nomics, and Blockfolio partnerships, initial CEX listings, Hotbit, Blacksea, and CoinTiger. Phase five, hypergrowth, full AI integration, influencer partnership, and corporate partnerships. Phase six, innovation, partners program for NirosX vendors, AI driven listings, and expanded marketing push, launch of NirosX pitch. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. My dog is like wanting to go outside, so I asked my daughter to bring our dog out before he starts making a lot of noise. So coming back in here, you can see the cool thing about Neros is constantly you're getting this AI technology that's getting into all the different things within Neros. The advantage of this for you guys, you got to understand when it comes to AI technology, one of the things that people need to know about it that makes it special is something simple. The more you use it, the smarter it gets. It starts learning. And that's the key. There's a reason why Tesla uses the autopilot and did it for free when it first came out. Is information is worth a lot more money than people think. Data is one of the biggest things that is a resource. Google and Facebook constantly get sued for taking people's information, for leaving microphones on and listening to everything they do. But when you have AI powered technology, because people are using it, it's going to allow the AI to actually work properly and build upon everything like levels. Think of somebody going into kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and going up and graduating. As they're doing, they're building foundations and leveling. They're starting something simple and working its way up. The more that you teach them, the more that it grows. And basically, that's what AI technology does. It does building blocks. So let's go into the fact of the leveling of the playing field. We're currently undergoing one of the most massive shifts in wealth and business in modern history. And as in the past, there's only select business groups participating in this monumental shift. Not anymore. Our primary focus with NirosX is to ensure the small, POC, and disadvantaged businesses have access to the financial resource and information to participate in this historical shift. We provide the tools and the access for these companies to have the same access and opportunity as well-funded big guys. Furthermore, these businesses will have access to market trends and industry big data to further level the playing field. NirosX is not a meme token It's part of a bigger movement by combining DeFi, artificial intelligence, corporate intel, listings, and real life use case and analytics. Our primary focus is to drive revenues and visibility for small POC and disadvantaged businesses. One of the things people hear all the time, all the time, is about, hey, how do I get involved with this? I can't. And then you also hear, what's the use case? And then you hear all these little things in crypto. Guys, this is a use case, and it's also allowing people to get in. You get people of businesses that would never envision themselves using crypto, and they're going to be able to. There is a lot of stuff involved when we go ahead and get further along the process. There's certain things that I know I can't say, but I will tell you from the things that I've learned from the team, there is some stuff in here that is absolutely crucial that you guys are going to go, what? I'm part of this project, and it will blow your mind. Keep in mind, this is its own segment. This isn't using someone else's technology. This is in-house technology that was built. This is stuff that Niros project is literally setting up. And they already have the commissioned area, let's say. They already have the connections, is a better way to put it, in other countries, in businesses, and everything like that, guys. So do keep that in mind. There you go. You go right there to buy NirosX and paving the way for leaders of industry. We at Niros believe in the power of AI and cryptocurrency to level in business playing field and provide real life use case to drive revenue and exploit opportunities. So here's the key features about NirosX: safe and unruggable. The majority of LP tokens will be locked, readily available liquidity. Additionally, 75% of team tokens will be locked. Liquidity is locked. 2% of each transaction contributes toward automatically generating further liquidity. Initial liquidity provided will be locked. AI powered. By combining AI with big data, feeless transactions, and corporate intel, we are able to provide POC and disadvantaged business with tremendous opportunity to scale. Listen to what I'm saying here, guys. Combining AI with big data. And then the next key is one of the most important when it comes to crypto that people miss out on: fee-less transactions. Let me repeat to you about this. A crypto for businesses and transactions that businesses are going to have fee-less transactions. When you go to a bodega, when you go to a small grocery store, when you go to places and you make a transaction, you got to understand that some smaller businesses don't want you to use debit or credit. Okay, they're going to go, oh, it's more money if you do this. If you're not in the gas station, if you're not paying cash, they are going to charge you more because there's fees associated with using cards. At my job, when someone wants to use a credit card over $3,000, there is a huge fee. So we can only allow them to use up to $3,000. Otherwise, we cannot take credit because of the fees. So imagine if a small business is able to take a crypto, NirosX, and they're not going to be paying the fees that they would, the same thing you're going to be doing if you're doing a debit or credit card. I mean, that is huge, especially for a small business that their livelihood is the small margins and the small profits they can make. That's the advantage that they get versus the bigger places, your Walmarts and things like that, that they get all the advantage because it's gazillion-dollar companies. The numbers you see in these crypto projects of the quads, that's like the money those places are making. And you got the mom and pop store that are living, they're lucky if they're middle class based off of their income, and it's a struggle for them. They got to work their own hours. They're there every day. They're going to be able to save some money with fees on this, as well as big companies. There's going to be corporates. Some of the bigger contracts that are already in place that I already know about, telling you guys right now, when you hear it, it is going to impress you guys beyond belief. I know me personally, and I know Crypto Mike, when I heard, I literally was shocked. And I hope you hear it in my voice because I'm not shilling this to blow it up and be like, oh my God, I'm creating this amazing thing. I am telling you guys that, honest to God, since I've been in crypto, some of the names that I've heard that's already involved that with NirosX, as long as everything goes through based off of what I was told, I'm telling you guys right now, your mouth, your jaw is going to hit the floor. So please understand that. I am not trying to hype it up. I'm being very realistic here. Okay. This is not false promises and trying to over deliver. I'm telling you guys right now, be prepared. Community driven, building a strong community around on unified goals, one of our top priorities. just behind generating revenue. So obviously, we want to create revenue because that's for you guys. The more revenue this brings in, the bigger. If you could just mute your mic, A Wars Nero's X, you're just getting some feedback in there. Sound like you're making popcorn. One second, I'll mute you out. There we go. The unified goal is one of the type priorities for the community to be tight knit, to be involved, but also, like I said, creating revenue because the more money the project makes, the more money the investor makes. And if we could keep the community really tight at the same time, that's how you create holders and everyone is happy. Decisions will be community approved. So there is going to be true decentralization where there's things that are going to be voted on and it's all going to go to you guys. So you guys are going to drive this. If you decide you want to do stuff after everything is setting up, and it's a mass vote, we will make changes. The team will. So do keep that in mind, guys. So let's go over facts. This is going to answer some questions that I'm sure people are going to ask. And I think it's going to help streamline some of the stuff when we do open the AMA for further questions. So fact one, small POC and disadvantaged businesses face hurdles to grow. That's true. It's a fact that most small POC and disadvantaged businesses don't scale at the same rate as their counterparts. Much of this is due to a lack of information and access. A primary goal of NirosX is to provide the necessary tools, resources, and access to information to help these businesses scale. Fact two, limited access to big data and industry specific trends. To be successful in business, you have to be in the right place at the right time. And while some may say luck is the primary factor, we at NirosX believe that access to data and opportunity is an even bigger factor. Through AI powered matchmaking tools, these businesses will have access to market trends and industry big data to further level the playing field. Now, let's talk about something that I personally truly believe in. We talk about a key word there is luck. A lot of people hear luck, and the first thing out of their mouth is, wow, that person was lucky. Man, they were so lucky. They were lucky. They were in the right place at the right time. It's never about doing the job the proper way or, doing things good. It's about being lucky. Oh, you know, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, come here. Give me a minute, okay? Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Go sit down and then I'll take it off and put something different for you, okay? Sit down. Love you. Sorry, guys. Part of being a dad and working at the same time. But one of the things I want to tell you guys is luck is about preparation and taking advantage of opportunity. And the problem is for small businesses is they never quote unquote get lucky because they're not prepared enough and they're not able to take advantage of an opportunity. Everything goes to the big vendors. It goes to the big money. They're allowed to get things at a lower cost because they are preferred, right? If you could go to Walmart and move your product to a mass amount of people, you're going to give Walmart a discount and allow them to make more profit margins and to sell more of your product because you're in Walmart versus the guy that has a store down the road. You're going to be like, man, your profit margins are not good for me. You're not going to move much of my product. So you're not going to put a preference for them. So they don't get a chance to be lucky and make it a lot of the time, right? Well, what NirosX is going to do is provide them with the information and the opportunity so they could take advantage and they can grow their business, which is incredible. I mean, that's a beautiful thing in this project. I talk about one thing I love to do is help people. And that's one thing that drew me to Niros when I started getting involved is this stuff, guys. I mean, to be part of a project that's trying to grow business is very, very impressive. And the AI technology is really key, guys. And I don't know if you guys are really researching it, but AI is the future. I'll tell you that now. Fact three, team. Our team and advisory board consists of individuals with years of experience in finance, business, politics. These relationships will be key as we move forward in large scale adoption. In fact, members of our development team have direct influence with leaders from the US, South America, and Africa, just to name a few. More importantly, they all share a unified goal to level the financial playing field for business historically left out of economic gains. Fact four, grow international business transactions through corporate and government relationships, listing tools, and artificial intelligence. We will continue to strive to foster international opportunities for small POC and disadvantaged businesses to participate in international opportunities and scale at a faster rate. Fact five, Niros and NirosX maintain different but mutual complementary goals. While Niros acts more as a store of value for token holders to grow their personal wealth and earn Bitcoin and Ethereum reflections, while obtaining an overall education of crypto basics. So basically, you guys know me, buy, hold, retire, I talk about. Well, there you go. Neros is back basically a token to buy, hold, and retire and get rewards off of. It's basically what it is. If you hold shares, you're getting a percentage of that in rewards. People buy it, you hold it, you get a percentage of rewards. When the price goes down, you buy more. Why? Because then you have a bigger percentage. More percentage you hold, bigger percentage of rewards. It's that simple. So, price drops, you buy. Price increases, you hold. Price drops, if you don't have the liquid, you hold. It's a cool thing to do if you're looking for a long-term investment. And as Bitcoin and Ethereum keep breaking all-time highs, your reward is just getting bigger. Make sure you realize that too. So NirosX is more geared toward utilizing AI to power business growth. Additionally, NirosX acts as a transactional token to facilitate, as we mentioned, B2B and business to customer transactions worldwide. Fact six, lock liquidity and unruggable. In addition to lock liquidity, the majority of team tokens will be locked for 6 months. So team tokens, 75% of them are not going to be able to be moved even if they wanted to. Fact seven, real life use cases. We've already begun to establish partnership with real life use case, including professional sport franchises and major e-commerce platforms. Guys, think about that. I, I'm telling you guys, and if you pay attention to kind of what I'm saying, professional sport franchises. And let me tell you, a lot of projects do good of building hype. And what they do is they'll go, yeah, we got a professional franchise, and it's like a minor league single A baseball team, or like a local basketball team that is not even in the D League, or a soccer team that's like the plumber has you know a sponsorship with them as well. A kids kickball team. Those are major professional sport franchises on some of these tokens that are out here shilling people and trying to get them to believe the hype. Or they'll make it sound like they're in the octagon for UFC, and when you find out it's like some low level dungeon, somebody's basement octagon. No different than like backyard wrestling. When I tell you this is like professional sports, we're talking about like professional, the highest level of professional there is. And that is all I'm going to say, because this is not my project to give you the information. I want, when that's ready, for you guys to see it and just have your mind blown. But please, for the love of God, do not wear socks when we announce it. Because if you do, they're going to blow off your feet and you're not going to find them if they don't disintegrate, because your mind will be so blown and your socks will come right off. I promise you. Really, really cool stuff, guys. I'm into sports, so it hypes me. Like, I'm not even into those teams, but I will buy merch from those teams just knowing that Niros X is involved with it. Fact eight, blockchain migration. In the not so distant future, Niros will migrate its own native blockchain. Wow. These are things that I found out before this website came out. And I'm relatively new to crypto, considering some people have been in this for 10 years. And, since Bitcoin was like a couple bucks. I started my crypto journey back in 2007, first getting involved, kind of got away from it. Then I got back in a couple times. And I can tell you guys that, truthfully, when you hear things like having your own blockchain, what that does is that allows you to do a lot, guys. You're not using someone else's blockchain, so you're not stuck into their rules and regulations. You're able to really save a ton of money when it comes to transactions when you have your own blockchain. And that is nuts. Fact nine, buybacks. NirosX will implement strategic buybacks to ensure steadily growth and a healthy chart. Contract will be announced upon launch. And then you can come in here, you can see you can buy on Pancake Swap when it's ready. Information about artificial intelligence, talking about the listings, the NirosX pitch. I do want to go over this for you guys as well. Access to capital for POC and disadvantaged businesses has always been scarce, and as a result, access to opportunities and growth to has also been stymied. NirosX pitch seeks to exchange this by providing existing business ability to pitch and raise funds. So basically, you're going to be allow businesses to actually put their ideas out there, what they offer, who, what, where, when, and why, and help them grow. And NirosX partner programs. It's basically, we're going to dedicate a considerable amount of effort to expand relationships with corporate and government partners that will commit to utilizing small POC and disadvantaged vendors. The relationship will be focused via listing NirosX AI and geographical locations. Now, let's go back to NirosX pitch. Think of Shark Tank. Okay. Think of Shark Tank. They're going to be able to pitch ideas, and Niros is actually like a middle area that's going to help people get the government contracts and get set up on different things. I mean, it's incredible how this is helping so many communities. And if that doesn't blow your mind, guys, that I don't know why you're investing in this project. You should be investing in this project because you see the vision and you see it's more than just a meme coin. Like this is something that really truly is going to help people. And like I said, one of the biggest things that you do here when it comes to crypto is how is this crypto going to change the game? What is it going to do to show people a new thing in crypto, right? Everybody else is repeat and recycle. Contracts are made and then they're copied. And you constantly see that all over the place. This is different. You're going to have people chasing Neros and trying to make it somewhat like what we're doing here, guys. So I do want to stress that to you guys. So I gave you guys a ton of information, but I do want to talk about. I know Alec was supposed to come in and announce something. Alec, do you want to unmute yourself and get going? Give him a second just in case. Alec, I guess not. I'm waiting on that. Anyway, so Mike, do you want to add anything crypto, Mike? Go ahead and you get going, my friend.
Hey, man. Hey, how's everybody going? Crypto Mike here. I just want to give a few more points on the NirosX before we move on from that, because that is launching. You get your BNB ready because it's launching November 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So PT. So whatever time that is for you, that's when it's launching. It's basically next Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, and to get into this launch. And the sooner you get into it, the lower you're in it with the LP curve, the more tokens you're going to get, and it's going to shoot up. It's going to shoot up because people are going to want to get in on the action before the businesses start running all the transactions. It's going to be a good thing, and having its own blockchain basically it's going to be where it's added security functions for uh, businesses. So that's just a little added layer. And on top of that, all of the contracts, especially NirosX being a transactional business contract, but even Niros and even AWARS, they're eventually going to be audited by CerTic. And if you don't know what CerTic is, it's basically the gold standard of smart contract auditing. It's better than Tech Rate. It's better than some of these others, and it's very expensive. So that tells me that your Niros and AWARS and NirosX team they're going to spare no expense to make sure that the gold standard is applied to your investment. So let me repeat that again. They are going to spare no expense to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted just for you. So you got a team that's thinking about your investment and how to give you the greatest return of your investment. So NirosX launching next Monday. I would definitely jot that down as something that you don't want to miss. Also, the supply for that token, and I had it here just a second ago. I'm sorry, guys. Got to read up through chat. Mike, did you? Okay, here we go. The final supply for NirosX is going to be 2.5 trillion tokens. Just so y'all know, that has been what's decided on. So there's going to be enough supply for businesses, and you're lucky if you got into the pre-sale because you got into it. This is the thing that you guys don't understand about the pre-sale, where it sets you up for success. You got in before the curve of the liquidity pool takes action. And just so you know, if you don't understand anything about liquidity pools, they do not run in a straight line. They don't run in a straight line. They do basically a long curve up when the price action goes up. Meaning, if you're in earlier, you get more bang for your buck than if you wait until it's going up the curve. You'll get a lot less tokens. People ask me all the time, for instance, As I'm looking at, let me click on Niros, for instance. Looking at Niros and looking at what's in the pool, regular Niros here, the main flagship token. And out of 21 million, there's only 192,993 in the liquidity pool. Now, I don't want to bore y'all with all this stuff, but out of that many tokens, that's only in the liquidity pool. But what you don't understand is since there's a lot less tokens, it takes a lot more to empty the pool. And a good little test of doing that for yourself, because some people think when they look at it, think it's a straight line, you automatically think that it only takes about $180,000 to empty that liquidity pool out, because it's trading at 81 cents right now, essentially, and there's only 192,000 in the pool. That's not it at all. A good way of trying to figure out how you'll even get close to getting low on your pool, go to Uniswap, for instance, and type in the number of ETH that it will take to get up to those tokens. Because you got to understand, as tokens are going out of the pool, the price action goes up, so you get a lot less tokens. So I guarantee you, if you made a buy of probably around $15 to $18 million in one swoop, you wouldn't even empty the pool out. Just think about that for a second. That's how liquidity pools work. You will never run out of tokens. So when you have low tokens in the pool, you're not going to run out. And so you guys are really good position who got in on the pre-sale. I mean, I know there was a lot of people that got in on it. You're in a good position. If you didn't, that's okay, because the starting price point is going to be the starting price point, period, the same as pre-sale. So try to get in and get it. BSC is a lot easier, by the way, on trying and not fighting gas wars as far as from launches. Just be mindful of that. So transitioning from there, from NirosX, we're going to start talking about some of the other things. Mike, are you there? I don't want to step on anybody's.
No, you're good, bro. I'm listening to you. You can keep going. Do you want to talk about the Vision Fund? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the Vision Fund it's calling for business pitches and business pitches and performer funding announced this Friday. You're going to have a maximum of 3-minute pitches, and it's being voted on by the community and the Niros board. Just so you know that. So it's basically like Shark Tank, like you already said. I'm sorry. The Vision Fund, we will announce funding for small business and performers. Okay. And that's coming Friday. Okay. All right. So that's, so if I got that right, the Vision Fund announcing funding for small business and performers. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm saying it right. Can somebody confirm if I'm saying that right? It's being performed on Friday, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this
and
Friday.
It'll be voted by the community and the board.
Right. And so do we have a time on that? That's one thing I don't know.
It'll get announced.
Yeah, it'll get announced. Okay. So mark your calendars down for this Friday. If you have something that you want to pitch, because that's the thing that Niros and A-Wars, being the gaming token, but Niros is doing, that's part of the roadmap, is to fund small businesses, to where we want to be the funding entity to get people to be startups that would get turned down in traditional finance. That's where we're heading with this thing.
There's a time
And
for
it's
you, Mike.
happening. Huh?
There's a time for you.
Noon on Friday, noon Pacific time.
I'm be finding that out for you now too. Pacific.
Okay, yeah, PST. So noon PST, that would be 3 p.m. Eastern. So tune in for that. Get ready for that. But yes, Niros is going to be funding where you get turned down in traditional finance. If you had any kind of, the credit issues, this is where crypto is going to make and turn things around. It's community based. It's voted on by the community, and it's voted on by final decision by the board. And this is basically going to turn into a loan infrastructure to get businesses started and help people achieve their goals that would have been put down and out by people who have the power to say, no, I am not going to help you. And this is where Niros is going to be different.
And it's going to build a cult following because of that. Could you imagine like a small business or a middle business or a business that just needs more help is able to Neros basically saves their business or helps them? Can you imagine the loyalty that creates in the following? I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you don't see in crypto except for projects that boom. The ones that bust, it's because a lot of times the project cannot get a following and people don't care. But if you got help, you will tell everybody about that. There's things where people go through a drive through and somebody pays for their food and they like, oh my God, that person just did something amazing for me. So do keep that in mind as well. Go ahead, Mike. Just wanted to add that real quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not just for small businesses or businesses in general. It's also going to be for performers, music and alike. Uh, and so, just, where if you couldn't get into Sony, you might be able to make some funds to get your music get your track tape put together, but you raise the funds to get your track tape, by Niros.
Your
You know,
track
get everybody
tape,
all
man. You're
sampled.
living in the 80s, 8 tracks. If you could
Yeah,
get your samples, okay, if you could get your music out there and your playwrights like actually own your music versus having studios front you money and then you have to pay that all back. I mean, that's not a good thing. On top of that, filmmakers, guys, if you're a filmmaker, everybody focus on artists when it comes to crypto because of NFTs, but a lot of filmmakers get forgotten about. And there's some incredible, absolutely incredible filmmakers out there that never see the time of day. Look at the Squid Game movie. I hate mentioning Squid Games because of the rug pull that it went through. So the Squid Game movie, you know how many rejections they got before they got onto Netflix? Look up the history of that. You're talking about one of the absolute biggest things. It was the biggest show ever on Netflix, came from a foreign market, and that was rejected by so many studios. So there's amazing opportunities out there, guys, and there's people that get missed out. And guess what? We all are going to have a hand in helping people, and that is something incredible. And I hope you guys do understand. Artists will be helped as well, but the key is it's help for everyone. You know, music, film, artists. So you got in every sector, small business, businesses that are of race, of color that get discriminated against, businesses that are just small, all kinds of different things. We're going to provide a support system for businesses as a whole. And do keep that in mind, guys. That's very, very important. And that's something that makes us amazing. Go ahead, Mike.
yeah, and that's very exciting because not everybody's born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I know I would. I grew up very poor,
Same here.
and I built a business from nothing, and was an employee. Decided to go out on my own and do my own thing, and built a business from nothing, and it became successful. And I have not punched a clock in going on 17 years, so I know what it's like to along the way get turned down for business funding. And you know why? Because I'm in the construction field, and that's a very high risk, low reward for a lot of people that want to give you business loans. It doesn't matter if you have a 750 credit score and everything paid off, or not, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. People look down on my type of industry, and so Nero's Nero's is going to be there and be that bridge between somebody's goals and aspirations in their future and bridging that future to make it their present. That's what Neros is about. And that's why
And
you should be excited.
let me add something real quick. So, Alec, which is the AI on the Alien Wars website, if you go over there, you'll see Alec. Alec will be announcing game NFT giveaway and the first mini ISMs, which we talked about that on Thursday of this week. Surprise Air Wars drop next week for all holders. Thursday, guys, is going to be amazing. And a surprise A Wars drop next week for all holders. So get your friends, get your family. People got time for that. go ahead and grab them. Make sure they're grabbing some of the tokens so that they can go ahead and participate. I think that's something really, really cool for everybody. And did want to share that. And Alec is actually going to be the one. I had some confusion, but Alec, if you go to the website, because how we have different AI names, Alec is the AI on the website. So please get over there, check it out. And that's the Alien Wars website. Going to make the announcement. It's going to be in Telegram as well. And Mike, you want to add anything in general to what we talked about today before we go ahead and hand the keys over to the community?
Yeah, I just want to say that if I really love how this community holds together, and the price action points where you get a few sell-offs. It's everything's cyclical in crypto. It's a trading market, and the thing about it is the big drastic push up that we had, basically 3xing on Niros and probably 10xing on AWARs that we've had the last couple of weeks. What that does is the early people, they get their fill. They get their fill. They say, I've had enough. I want to take profits of this. And what that does is it creates opportunity for new investors to come in because they're handing their tokens back. And there's other investors looking at getting in that wanted a better price point. But what it does is it makes a higher floor for the projects. So selling is healthy. Green candles, they're not healthy if they just go straight up and never go down. That's called a honeypot.
Yep, exactly. If you
Green
see something just goes up with no sales, stay away.
But green candles, so the higher it goes, the faster it goes, and the higher it goes, the harder it's going to come down. So the good thing I like about the healthy retracing of AWARs and Niros is that it's we've got a higher low at this point in time than it was 3 weeks ago. Remember, it's only been 3 or 4 weeks since it started really kind of taking hold.
I'm going to share
So
some on
there's
my screen, Mike. Can I
What?
share some on your screen with what we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
Check this, guys, out. I'm going to show you guys something funny. It's something that I did on one of our AMAs back in the day here. And I want you to see what happened from what we did. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Please pay attention to this. This is something amazing. For anyone who is in this project right now and does not understand crypto in general, this is around the time me and Mike got involved with the project, right? And we had a nice little pump because, a lot of people know who we are, brought eyes to the project, I'm sure. And then you had early investors. These guys here, understand, guys, what these guys here do is they sell here, right? And then these guys here start selling here. And these guys are still selling. And some of the people are looking at the price action going, oh, it's going sideways, not going up. I'm going to go get into this pump and dump instead. I'm going to go invest in this project that's ready is 25 million X and I'm so late for. Smart investors, what they do here is they accumulate. If they believe in the project and they know it's going to go somewhere, they're accumulating all through here. All right. Then right here, where we have a little stimulation, me and Mike joined the party, and all my job is to bring people to look at this. I'm not here to convince you to buy. I'm not here to do anything other than just state the facts that honestly you should find for yourself and provide information and updates that I get and give it to you. So here you can see what happens, guys. Once again, these guys in this area, they see a huge pop to them. They're like, oh my God, this is the top. I'm going to sell. And then it creates a action, which is a sell, which is causing a reaction. Other people like, oh my God, everybody's selling. Let me get out of here. And then an overreaction. Oh, it's dumping. It's dumping. Oh my goodness. Look how low it got. Well, it's still higher than where it was here. It's called steps. Okay. Made a higher floor. It's what Mike's talking about, right? I made this line when we were here, just so you guys know, and it's still here. So what do you have? You have a step up, right? And then you have the buyers coming back in. Some more of these guys in this area here, or even some of the guys that bought this dip are selling off again. Well, you're creating another floor here. Look at this, right? It's like steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, still higher. Step 4, right? You're clearing out the weak hands. Smart investors are still accumulating. Oh, what happened? All of a sudden, people are taking notice. Investors are coming in. They're seeing the stuff going on with the project. Oh my God, we're all-time high. Guess what happens? Let's sell. Oh, big seller. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's a new floor, guys. Guess what? People bought it up. People bought it up. And you had a little bit of sell off. Okay. This is a big investor and somebody probably took their bag. Guys from this area now, all these guys here selling off. Okay. What do? Oh, we made a lower floor. Oh my goodness. It's going to drop all the way down here. Heck no. What are we doing? Buying up. We pumped up again. A little bit of a sell off. We're going to create another floor. And what you're going to find is probably next week when we do this AMA, we're probably going to be around here. And people from here, people from here, people from here, they're going to feel wrecked. They're going to have regret. And then they FOMO back in. And then it pushes it up even higher. This project is amazing. If you can't look at this chart without knowing nothing about crypto and see how beautiful this is, I don't know what to tell you. You are not an investor. You're just somebody gambling. I want to create investors. I want people to look at things and understand. I'd go like that. Look at that. I mean, we went from sideways to nice price action movement. We could even go like this. I got to fix these things that are sticky. I hate it. I usually like to make my own lines, but this chart is too good, as crazy as that sounds. Huge sell-offs. And then it's just like a launching pad. Like, look at this. When you see these things going to the moon and like rocket ships in crypto, wow, this chart looks amazing. I mean, look at that angle. That is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Let's go down the Alien Wars and let's look and let's see what we see here. Okay. So what do you see? You see the same kind of trajectory. Boom. And what's going to happen is people start hearing about all the stuff that's happening with Alien Wars. When you start seeing people get invested in because of the gaming and you start seeing the NFT drops and you start seeing all the free things, what this is going to do is this is going to make a U. And then when you see that U, what you're going to do is you're going to find it up. I'm telling you guys right now, these red candles, they're pretty big. Why? Because so many people here are out. They made their money. This is the top to them. They don't realize these people are just lucky gamblers. They bought a lotto ticket, they won, they're out. Well, us, the investors now, we're the smart investors that are accumulating here. And this price is so low, you can get yourself a very nice bag. And understand, this is integrated with Niros. This is integrated with NirosX. All of this is in the same world, same universe. They're going to work off of each other, okay? This is a gaming token. I hope you guys understand. A gaming token. If you weren't here last week when we went over everything with Alien Wars, please go listen to the recording as we broke everything down. Incredible. This is going to be something. Go look at any gaming token that's successful and look at it. You want to talk about liftoff? This is what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to find a foundation, whether it's here, 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 wherever it is. We're going to find it's going to make a U, and then you're going to get the next uptrend. I'm telling you guys, this is still looking incredible. It's up 20.23%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that is incredible in the past 24 hours. There is only 275 holders, guys. That is it. This is an infant. Niros, let's go look. Look at this. This is a baby, guys. Understand, considering everything that is going on in this project, those numbers should be 20,000. You got projects that are trending up here right now. I'm telling you guys right now that don't have any utility. They're just like, I mean, look at some of the names of some of the stuff here. I mean, I'll click on something just for shits and giggles, just so you guys can see. I mean, this token here, I've seen it hit, I think like $2,000 or $3,000. I don't remember exactly what it was. See if I could get it to pop up here. But it's one of those where, here we go. This thing hit crazy. I mean, $1,500 and is down to $946. Talk about getting the top. These people in the bottom got in at 29, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. It's one of those where you can just click the stuff and look at it. And then you can ask yourself, okay, what's the use case on these? Go to their website, see what they're doing. I mean, our chart looks a heck of a lot better than this. I'll tell you right now. I mean, this hit a top. It got the U, try to make a cup and handle, but didn't get up enough. So it made another downtrend. They try to make a cup and handle again. Boom, drop. They got a green candle here. Well, guess what? These investors that held over here hoping it was going to go up, and these people that bought here, what are they going to do? They're going to see a little bit of green candle, go, let me salvage whatever I got. Compare these kind of charts. And this thing's up 71% in the past 24 hours. And look at this chart. you always want to validate stuff by going into a smaller chart. If you do a 15-minute chart in crypto, doesn't make much sense. But you can clearly see if you make a line from here down to here, this is what we call a downtrend. It is not going up. It is in a channel going down. It has to come significantly up from here to break this downtrend. So I'm telling you guys now, Niros and A-Wars, really, really good stuff here. Great looking chart, great stuff to back it up, great development team, beautiful stuff that you guys get on the visuals on the website. And there is going to be something that is going to stimulate both projects coming up. And I am working a deal to lock it in. And when it does, all the people that are not investing right now are going to come back and I'm going to say, told you so. I promise you guys that. So let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Um, so we're also trying to have the first full interactive story mode December, right before Christmas. So that, and it may be potentially at the end of December. They're trying to get it done by Christmas. So I do want to mention that as well. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much done with what I wanted to say. I wanted to show you guys some stuff on the actual live chart so you guys can see it. I feel like that's stuff that it speaks facts when you can actually see it. So Mike, anything else you want to add before we open it up? Crypto Mike?
I'm just excited for the NFTs, the game pieces that are going to be announced on Thursday for as far as NFTs for A Wars. It's all going to go into that interactive story mode, and it's all going to be built into the metaverse. There is this company is so multifaceted that to achieve all these goals, it's going to take and to be an investor here. The dream's going to be realized, but it's not something that's a month or 2 months or 3 months into the making. So this is a long haul. This is for somebody that has patience. Patience pays off, and 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 I'm telling you, this is going to be mainstream. You are an early adapter, and before mass adoption happens, you're here. You are really lucky. And if I were you, I'd be calling grandma or my uncle or my cousin saying, "Hey man, I know you don't understand crypto, but just trust me on this. If you know me, trust me. Just get into this, and and you're going to get blessed by this because this team is going to make these things happen. And not just saying it's not lip service. It's in the roadmap. It's in the plans, and it's going to be realized. I don't think you guys understand the team that's here working for you day and night to make sure this happens. So I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, most crypto projects, to add on that, and we're going to go ahead and open it up. Most crypto projects are a couple or one guy that's like, hey, how can I scam a bunch of people? How can I make as much money as possible? Or a team of people that go from project to project to project, and they're waiting for that one that pops because they've screwed over so many people. They've allowed to build themselves capital so that way they can go ahead and pay for marketing and stuff that they know people always want. What do people always say? When marketing, when Lambo, when this, when that, when exchange, all that stuff takes money. So the person trying to start a project, it's very hard for them unless they have a good foundation and a good following to get going. And they're always playing from behind. Once again, kind of like small businesses, there's good people out there that just don't get the opportunity because the big bad wolf has already taken advantage of so many people that person, by the time they get the opportunity, it's not a good look. Other people have been burned. So understand that this project, it has unbelievable team. It has a professional, legit team. If you go back to the videos that we did last week, we showed some production that was done in the studios for Niros. So I did want to mention that. So we're going to open it up for questions. Mike, cover me for a second. My son's crying, so I got to go check why he's crying. I'll be right back.
You're good. I'm here. It's yin and yang. I'm not sure which one I am. I'm either yin or yang. I don't know. Anyway, guys, you got any questions, please? We are here. We are at your service to answer your questions. No, somebody's got to have a question out there.
When is the game going to be released?
The game is it's going to be released. It's going to have to be early next year as far as the full game. But the first interactive story mode for the game is coming at the end of December. So after the ISMs are out, that's when they're going to be integrating the ISMs into the full version of the game. We just do not have a hard release date yet.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Anybody else? This is your time to shine, baby. Let's get those questions out there.
Purchase the coin.
How do we purchase the coin? Which one?
NirosX.
NirosX. It's going to be on the Binance Smart Chain network. So you're going to want to use your MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet, and you're going to want to buy Smart Chain BNB, not the BEP20 version, not the BEP2, which that's regular BNB. So make sure you have Smart Chain because it's on the Smart Chain network essentially. And then you're going to use Pancake Swap. The contract will be released at the time at 3 p.m. Pacific time next Monday, November 15th. That's when the contract gets released. You paste the contract into the to field on Pancake Swap. It will pull up the NirosX contract. And since probably there's going to be a lot of people buying, you might have to up your slippage a little bit just to make sure your transactions get through, because you're going to be fighting with a lot of people, because this is it. And that's it. Did I answer your question? We'll discuss slippages.
There's going to be a guide coming up soon before we go live on how to purchase.
Okay, hey, can you say that one more time? Because I didn't hear it. My mic was hot.
There's going to be a guide coming up soon before we go live, so everybody will know how to buy in, and also which BNB to buy and how to buy it.
Sweet, great information. I love reading stuff. A lot of people do not read enough. This generation is very lazy when it comes to reading. I love to read, research. I like to do my own research, and so all the information is going to be right there on NirosX.com for you guys before launch. They're going to get that up for you. And go ahead.
No, sorry, that was probably my mic because I unmuted myself.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to be able to. You're going to be able to find out exactly how to buy. There's going to be no confusion. There's going to be, these guys are pros. These guys are pros. Already been there, done that. More of the t-shirts. They're going to get everything to you guys what you need. Anybody else have any questions?
Are buyers going to have specifically MetaMask, or can they also buy NirosX with Trust Wallet?
Both, because those are the two wallets that you can connect easily to Pancake Swap. So you're going to use Pancake Swap. So Trust Wallet has the D app for Pancake Swap, but MetaMask, you got to actually go to Pancake Swap and connect your wallet. Trust Wallet to me is a lot user friendly for the BSC network, but MetaMask is useful.
Yeah, it's useful for being a pain on the phone. It's much better on the computer.
Oh.
If you're on your phone, I recommend using Trust Wallet, because I tell you, I got MetaMask and it drives me crazy. I cannot add certain tokens. I cannot send money to people sometimes. I mean, it is a pain in the rear end. I would say that go to use the other side if you can,
Yeah.
The guide will have specific instructions on how to set up a BSC on MetaMask as well. So if you guys are more comfortable with that, that will be incorporated.
I only use MetaMask for transactions on my laptop or PC. So on my phone, I just check balances. I don't do anything but just for that reason, it's not very user friendly for a phone. But Trust Wallet is.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And yeah, any other questions, guys? Keep them coming. We love the participation. And the thing is, if you're invested or you're thinking about investing, now is a great time to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, you can't get answers, especially if there's something you don't know. Guides are huge.
How we have our own studio for this? I remember that from last week's AMA.
Like, how do we have our own studio? Is that what the question was?
Describe a bit about the studio that we've got going for this. I was very impressed by all the graphics.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Pixel Lime, you can see, is partnered, and they are the studio. We have a live, like, legit studio where you have production, and these are companies that come into there, like Universal Studios. I mean, you go into the partners and see. And remember, guys, one thing I don't think people are talking about enough and that they're missing about is talking about the gaming and the Unreal Engine for A Wars in the future. I mean, that to me, if you know anything about gaming and you've seen Unreal Engine, you know that that is no joke. That is like a standard for games that is huge. So do keep that in mind as well.
Guys, full disclosure, some of us that are behind on the project are heavily involved in the film and television business. So not only do we have our own studio to film stuff, but we also have access to even bigger and better studios.
Yeah, it's something nuts. Like I'm waiting to fly out to the main studio and go hang out with the guys one weekend and just check everything out, like kind of as a nerd. And I was in movies as a kid, like doing extra stuff. So I appreciate all that stuff. And it's incredible what you guys have here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This coin, where it's at right now, is a shame in the aspect of more people should know about it. But at the same time, I think it's a incredible opportunity for you to teach your family how to buy Ethereum and to buy AWARS and Niros, and to teach your family how to buy BSC. It is incredible opportunity to go out there right now and teach people and go, hey, listen, I'm going to send you $100 of tokens. So give me the money. I'm just going to forward it to you, and then I'm going to show you how to buy it, and just teach them, and then buy that $100 back on your own wallet after you sent it to them. Teach them. That's the key, guys. The reason why crypto isn't adapted as much as it is because people do not share it enough. People do not go out there and show it enough. People do not teach other people enough because they're greedy and selfish and they want to make all the money for themselves. But when you can enlighten the community and help people, yo, I'm telling you right now, that's what it's about. It's about education, guys. And it's huge. I do stress that to you guys as well.
And Mike, if you don't mind, I'd like to add something to that.
Yeah, please.
So, as far as it goes with education, as you know some of the big guys' contacts in South America and what he's involved with and who he's involved with, and we're actually in the process of setting up a Niros office in South America, and we have the official Niros white paper in Spanish. It's ready to go. It's been shared here and there, but as soon as I get clearance, I'm sure Big Guy's going to text me right now and say, go ahead and share it. I can go ahead and post the white paper in Spanish. So a lot of Spanish communities are really left out of this big transfer in wealth and this whole financial renaissance that's going on. And we're going to get them on. We're going to get them in, and we're going to teach them how to trade, how to get on, how to flip their money, and go from making a few bucks a day to making a lot more money. So we're really trying to reach an international holder base.
And that's one of the forgotten things and projects that I'm involved with. I mention that all the time is that South America is huge. Well, not only that, the Cuba, the Puerto Rican community, all these Spanish communities, the Mexican community, all the Latin communities in general. When you talk about Latin and the Latino market, and you talk about the power, you're talking about a community that is bigger in the United States than any other culture. And it's something that does get forgotten about. And that's something that I think is a huge market that does get neglected. And I think when you educate someone and you teach them, I can tell you, I use this example. If you ever heard of Herbalife, I know a lot of Hispanics that are friends of mine that are all about Herbalife, right? They go out there, they make a business out of it, and they will show the heck out of it. They will show you how much weight they lost. They will show you how much money they made by being a person for it, a distributor. And I tell you what, if you teach these people how to make money in crypto and how they can save money and how they can grow money and how they can provide a future for their family, it is nuts. So I do stress that to you guys, and that's incredible. And I recommend, if you are in this AMA and you are from a community that is neglected, I don't care if you're in Nigeria, I don't care if you're in Egypt, if you're in Russia, if you're in Canada, if you're in Cuba, if you're in, I don't know, Panama, wherever you are in the world, and you can go ahead and translate something and maybe change the white paper into your native tongue, let us know. Hit Guapo up. Let him know. Be like, hey, I want to help because this is your investment. Treat it like your business and you will make it more successful. The more people that do stuff like that, the more successful you will be, as well as the project. Told up, my man. What's up, man? You want to add something? You got a question, brother?
Not really. I'm just I got two things to say, and no questions. It's just whoever is talking bad about MetaMask on mobile phone, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna fuck you up. Just kidding.
I
And
love it.
the second thing, the second thing is you mentioned you were well I just joined, so I didn't catch everything I was saying, but I heard something about studio Niros having its own studio and whatnot,
Yeah.
and you said something about visiting them, going over and see what it's about. Wapo, just if that is open to the public, please let me know. And I've been in I'm in different projects and they're doing good. And I brought Neros and Awards to my Nigerian community, and trust me, like everybody's on board. And yo, you need to see the way people are,
Hmm.
getting in my DM telling me when am I getting my confirmation email from NirosX. I'm like, look at you, bro. Like, I'm not part of the team. I'm just bringing it over to you guys to see, like the gems I come across. So if the studio tour whatever is open to public, please let me
So
know, man.
as soon as we all docs, um, I'm sure we can work something out. Right now, I know the big guy, the person above me, because of security reasons and because of the other businesses that he's involved in, it creates like a security thing. It's easy for someone that doesn't understand crypto to jump in on a project and lose money and then go and bash online his other businesses, his bread and
Uh,
butter, the movies he makes. You know what I mean? He's a full-on producer. I'm sure if you do a little bit of searching, you'll be able to figure out who it is. Hint, hint. But as far as him really kind of doxing publicly and saying, "Hey, this is who I am. I'm the person behind these projects." I think that's going to come with time once he's able to have um, some sort of security around him. I don't know what
oh,
he's
of
going
course,
to
of
do.
course. I
But
totally understand. I'm not saying right away.
yeah, but yeah, once everything's doxed, I'm sure we could like arrange something or even do like a virtual tour um, to people that aren't able to come out to Los Angeles to check out our studio. But
Let me add one thing to that, Guapo, too. That so what you need to be looking for, Tola, is I don't know if you know this or not, but they will be walk-on giveaways for token holders to become characters in the main game and in the interactive story mode. So
No, you're lying, bro.
no,
I'm not
seriously,
lying to you. I'm not lying to you, bro.
this was a big meeting we had a while ago.
Okay, you just pumped me up. Like I was just about to cuss you out, Mike. But let me just hold my tongue.
Yeah, yeah. So
For
I do
real?
stress that to you guys. That's one thing that I want you to know. I mentioned it last week on the AMA, so you might have missed it, but there will be walk-on giveaways for token holders to become characters in not only the main game, but also in the interactive story mode. So, with
I'm
that being
breaking my
said,
cowboy hat, spurs, chaps, and six shooters, and into the game.
exactly, right? Exactly. Just remember it's an alien theme, so you gotta look futuristic. So maybe we got to you got to cut a mohawk in your head or something, and do a weird beard or something. But that's stuff that this project is bringing that other projects don't. That's what I tell you guys that I want you guys to look at is the foresight of this. How many people are going to want to buy for the opportunity to be in a game? To be in the interactive story comic it's basically like an interactive comic. Imagine if we go, hey, Tulip, you won. You're one of the X amount of holders. We want to invite you over to the studio and we're going to put you in the game. I mean, how many people are you going to tell about that? I invested in this crypto and they invited me. Now I'm in a freaking video game. How many people are you going to show that to? That is
Oh,
how you spread word
how
of mouth.
many Hey, how many people are you going to show the picture of you being in that motion cap suit? Because that's the funny thing.
So this is what I'm a chip in. Guapo, if you guys are making your game, you guys better put in a script for Nigerian story in the game and interactive
Nigerian
game.
Warriors.
Well, just a heads
There you go.
everything we do, even before crypto and how we wanted our crypto to represent every project we've done. Once we docs, you'll be able to verify everything we do it includes multiculturalism. We include
Mhm.
everybody. That is a mission of ours. In fact, the last TV show we did, which was on Amazon, you can go in there and see the cast. It's all people of color, different races, different sexual orientations. So it's just this is how we do things, and we incorporated that into our coins, into our projects. And I'm sure anytime we go into something else that's not coin related, it's going to be the same thing. And number one, it's business wise, it's strategic, right? You're including everybody, you're not leaving anybody out, meaning there's that sort of economy you're creating brings back money from all these communities, not just the white community, not just the black community, not just the gay community. It's literally from everywhere. So we are fully inclusive with everybody.
Exactly. And the rich, the middle class, and the people that don't have an opportunity, it's
Yeah.
something for everyone. And that's the amazing thing about this token. It's not about race, creed, sexual orientation. It's about everyone, people. And that's part of the theme of the aliens. You have to, if aliens were to attack the world, we need to come together. We need to work together, as crazy as that sounds. Don't matter if you're black, white, purple, unless the aliens are purple, we want to keep them out. So, we need to work together and kind of think of that theming and how it translates to the coin and what we're trying to do. And these guys are trying to do, I should say. I get so excited. I say we like it's me because I love this project and believe in it so much. And I hope you guys hear that in my voice.
Buddy, Mike and Mike, you guys are stuck with us now. You guys do such a great job presenting. So, I mean, you guys are stuck with us. So when you do say we, you're right. It is we. You're part of
And
the
I'm not
team.
even French. I'm not even French.
That's okay. That's okay. I speak French,
Hey
so if
guys.
you can do it in French, we can talk together.
Yes,
Um,
May
sir.
I ask a
That's
question, please?
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, did I interrupt Tulu's thing?
no. You're fine. I'm gonna don't worry, but I'm gonna ask mine later. You can go ahead.
He's a gentleman. He's good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just had two questions, please. Number one, even though I do get a lot of my news off of Twitter, have you all been approached by any broader mainstream publications or pushed out the story beyond Twitter, maybe particularly as you get closer to the launch in terms of the broader community or just the broader media learning about this and maybe pumping up the amps on that? That was question number one. And question number two is anyone beside myself who may live in states like New York or Texas having trouble with any of the other wallets? I remember, like on Binance.us, and I believe it was, um, oh gosh, the last when you were just talking about something, Trust Wallet. I was having difficulty, and basically it did not let me sign up through them because I live in a state that it does not support. I was just wondering if anybody else had those issues and had a
I got you.
viable workaround.
Got your fix. Got your
Yeah,
fix.
yeah. Mike got your fix because he fixed me up too. And Mike is in Texas. I'm in Florida. And Mike, answer question two for her, and I'll get question one answer.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Question two is you don't need Binance US. It's very difficult. The United States government they don't like Binance because there's certain regulatory things they want Binance to do to work within the confines that Coinbase does do, for instance. And a lot of it has to do with the way they want to centralize DeFi, decentralized finance. They want, and they're attempting to do it now. So that's one reason why Binance cannot operate as well here. So if you are trying to put money in, you can either buy through Trust Wallet, for instance, through a third party. Simplex is the best if you're buying in, right? But if you're trying to cash
Well, I
out,
had the same problem with Simplex. Doesn't like New Yorkers, it seems. But anyway,
well, yeah. So you might have to. Well, there's ways for that as well. I mean, the one way that I know for sure it would go through is if you literally used PayPal and got yourself a PayPal card off of PayPal, because you can do that. You can get you a debit card from PayPal. Then the money fund's good because PayPal's international.
great, thank you.
And
as well
okay,
as
so
virtual private networks. VPNs would work as well.
That was
that's
one
what
we
I was.
weren't going to say. We were going to leave that one on the side. We were like,
Well,
shh.
yeah, that's the whole thing. I know about those, which I will not say, but
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that was a recipe for, possibly somebody not liking it and cutting you off. I didn't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm tracking
VPN.
with you.
You could literally VPN yourself. I was getting to that next. To where you can VPN and you can use the Binance bridge that way by using VPN. Go to Germany, go to France, and this is not financial advice. But basically you can get pegged Ethereum. Just convert your BNB to pegged Ethereum, and then Binance bridge it over to the ETH network and go from there.
And if you need help, you can message Crypto Mike. He will be happy to guide you. He guided me. He does an excellent job of it. And one thing we do, guys, that I hope you guys understand is a big thing to us is helping community. And sometimes people are not investing in this project, but need help to learn about crypto. And if you need help on basic stuff like that, please let us know. Even in these AMAs, no matter where you see us, we love to educate and help people, because when you do that, it makes the crypto investor smarter, and it helps them become a better investor and not lose as often, because everyone wants your money and people want you to lose. What we want you to do is we want you to up your percentage and try to win. And in that way, even if you don't join the community now, you may join in the future. And I do want to answer your first question. So, and this comes from the main man. Yes, we've been approached by national organizations, and we will release with them on major updates, media publications. So there's your answer. And I think when we do, I think down the road with the doxing does happen, as was mentioned by Guapo. I think it's something that you guys will be very impressed with and very happy. And I think it's going to have certain communities and cultures really open up their eyes and see, a new light of crypto. I know I was very impressed and was like, wow, I respect you. I respect what you're trying to do for people in general. So yeah, I hope I answered that for you. And yes, you will see major publications. These connections these guys have, I'm telling you right now, this is not mom and pop crypto. Okay. This is not somebody in their garage trying to make a meme coin and take over the world. Okay. A lot of these major tokens have started because they got lucky. Elon Musk tweeted about them, and it wasn't really about them. It was about his dog or about this and that. And it literally made a flurry. Action, Elon Musk tweet caused a reaction, people buying, and an overreaction, people like to chase. This is a long-term business. This is a crypto business. That's the difference between the Niros ecosystem and other projects that you see that are just like meme coins that will never do anything and grow from it. Now, some projects start as meme coins in hopes to develop, kind of like a crowdfunding. The difference between this project, it's the reverse. The funding is already in place. It doesn't need crowdfunding. It's trying to help people, the person that maybe couldn't take advantage of it. We're trying to educate you and get you guys on board and offer some utilities that can really change your life and put your family in a great financial position. Any other questions, guys? And Skylar, hope we answer your questions properly. If you want to add to it, we'd be happy to answer anything else for you. Okay, gotta melt, okay, baby? Okay, so let it melt on your table, and then you can eat it when it's soft, okay? Sorry, I have my son here. Yeah, any other questions, guys?
Mike, I'm going to go ahead and add one more thing. When we
Please.
spoke about the Spanish community, just so everybody knows, we also have a Telegram channel in Spanish language for AWARs and as well as Niros. So just so anybody knows, or if you know someone, you're your grandma doesn't speak English or your parents don't speak English, they can go not just learn about our projects, but they can learn how to trade crypto in our telegrams and stuff like that. So you I'll go ahead and post those links. And same thing. We got the same admins from the original AWARS and Nero's Telegram. The ones that speak Spanish are running those telegrams and will be able to help and guide and answer any questions in Spanish.
Quick question, guys. As Spanish, do we have anything which is working on the Asian markets? That's the question number one. And question number two is, we keep talking about all this ecosystem and NiroX and AWARS are integrated, right? I just want to understand how they are integrated. What what uh, what what exactly what exactly is the relation between these?
Cool, Mike. I know you know the answer to that because we went over that last week too, with how rewards with Neros and the gaming and stuff like that. You want to go ahead and answer that?
Okay, please repeat. I was literally in the middle of
Oh,
sending an
he was
email.
asking how does the infrastructure relate to each other? How does Neros relate to AWARS and vice versa, and NirosX, stuff like that?
Okay, so let's start off with Niros. With every transaction that happens, buy and sell, there is a reflection that gets built up basically in an account. Just think of it as a savings account, and it's 2% wrapped Bitcoin, 2% Ethereum. That in Neros, so that's what you get there for Neros, and you get to watch the you go. I don't have the website right in front of me, but I'm sure I'll get it in here in just a second. You'll get to go to the website, connect your wallet, and you'll be able to see your rewards being built up in real time. So with that, and then the thing about it is yes, it depends on how many tokens you have and whatnot, but more times than not, you're not going to want to spend more gas money to pull your rewards out than you actually have. So you just let that sit there and cook for a while, and it will become profitable just by holding. So you move over to AWARS and you have 2% Ethereum, 2% wrapped Bitcoin, and 1% of Nero's tokens. So you get that in reflections back on AWARS transactions. And AWARS is going to be a real high transactional token because of the gaming aspect and how it's integrated in there. That you have to have AWARS to produce transactions to trade within AWARS. So there's going to be a lot of transactions, and any kind of rewards token anywhere in crypto, anything that rewards you, and it's based upon volume, you're going to want it to be something that people have to create that volume. So it's a utility token, basically. So you have to have this to achieve this. So you have to have AWARS to achieve, buying your skin in the game, or buying points to spend in the game, or however the games are going to be set up. So by holding AWARS, you're also getting Neros. So you're getting rewarded there. And it's the same thing. You connect yourself to a wallet, pay a gas transaction fee, bam, there's your reward. You're going to want to let that sit a while, and let it build up. Nero's X, unfortunately, I'm not going to lie, since it's not even out yet, I don't know the tokenomics on it yet.
I can tell you right now how that relates. So
Okay.
the way that NirosX relates is people are going to learn of NirosX. It's going to be a mass adapted coin with a utility where it's going to be a transactional coin like beyond belief. You're talking about in markets of professional sports, okay? And professional, I'm not talking about minor leagues, like I said, I'm talking about top line major sports, okay? Now, with that being said, it's going to bring people where they're going to go, what is this NirosX thing? Guess what? They're going to be able to find out about AWARS. They're going to be able to find about Neros. They're going to see how all of the things integrate, how they are the same thing. NirosX, take the X out. What do you have? Neros. So when people are even researching NirosX, let's say I'm in a stadium and I'm like, oh, what is this thing that I got to use? And I type in Neros, I'm going to get to the website for Neros. Okay. It's going to get eyes on it, and people are going to see how they get rewarded on Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum, not just Ethereum, but not just Bitcoin, but both, guys. And you're talking about a token that just keeps going up. Both of them are hitting all-time high. That means that your money is more valuable just by letting it sit. You could also reinvest that back in. Well, not only that, A Wars, guess what? When you have partnerships with companies like this and it goes very well, they're going to want to expand the relationship with you. You're going to be able to say, hey, guys, what about if we do an NFT giveaway within the stadium? What about if we have it at a certain time where there's a contest that goes on and we're going to do some, interactive um, NFTs that are going to get dropped to random people inside the stadium. Think about that. All that stuff is going to be possible because you're building relationships. So that is how they integrate. You have the A Wars, it has to do with Niros. Okay. Niros is your main token. Think of it like a savings account. It's the best way to look at it. And then you're going to have the integration of NirosX, which is mass adaption, and is going to bring people over to the other sides. They're going to see the whole project as a whole. That's so far some of the stuff we have. Guapo, is there anything I'm missing on that you maybe want to add? Guapo has a little better, he has a little more insight than we do, Mike, and I want to make sure we get it answered for you guys all the way. And I will also ask the big guy if I missed anything.
Like the tokenomics, for instance.
I mean, you pretty much know it is what you said pretty much. If big guy hits me or hits you, we'll go ahead and add that also into the chat.
Yeah, and as we bring out the tokenomics and bring out the details more of NirosX, it'll allow you guys to really understand some more to it as well. But remember, within holding, if you go back to the website for Alien Wars, it does mention about holding Niros in order to get special things as well. So Niros does integrate into the other parts of it as well, and getting rewards. Remember, there's going to be gaming competitions on A Wars that are going to allow you to win prizes of Niros. And Niros is very valuable, especially in the future, because remember, Niros is a rewarding token. It rewards you just for holding. The people buying and selling are paying you. You're getting a percentage of that. So so basically Niros X will be part of the pay and play aspect of A Wars as well. So Niros X will also allow you to be a transactional token on A Wars as well. So there you go. A lot of stuff. So I hope that answered your
All right.
question and shows you how it all kind of integrates into each other.
Yep. Thanks, Mike. The first question was how do we how what is our exposure in the Asian markets, right? I
Yes.
see that we're working on the Spanish white paper, and we have obviously we have English. So, what is exposure in Asian for example, Chinese or Indian
Yeah.
or other Asian markets, because they are also huge cryptocurrency markets.
Well, remember this, the gaming is huge in the Asian market. So that's part of the leveling up of everything, So as the Spanish market comes in, if you're in the Asian market or you know anybody, please, what you need to be doing is beating down Guapo and going, hey, let me help. Let me spread the word in the Asian market. Because what we find is this in the crypto space, okay? You get a lot of people who go, hey, I want to grow your Asian community, your Persian community, your X community, this community, and then they want a payment and they're going to bring in a bunch of bots and it's going to be madness. Okay. It's people are not even investing in the project. It's fake, people. They do that just to make money. But when we can actually have a community of people that are decentralized like this, the goal is to go out there. And I do want to let you know, the big man did say team going to Vietnam and the Philippines inwardly December to sign deals. And that's the other part too. Remember, in early December, inwardly. So I was like, what is that? In early December to sign deals. So they actually are going to be going over to the Philippines and Vietnam in order to sign some deals in early December as well. So the difference between this project and other projects is that you got some base devs that are actually stepping foot in those communities to bring the awareness. Remember, this token is for communities that don't have it as good as other ones. We talk about the communities that are mentioned on the website. Well, the Asian communities in some of the areas are same thing. The Chinese communities and the Philippines, the Vietnamese, everything. I mean, just communities in general. It's a snowball effect. We want communities reaching out, going, "What about us? We want Niros X, and we can go over there and build relations, sign deals." Understand that the head of this project is not just somebody who is trying to make deals, but they have people coming at them to make deals. And that's something I hope you guys really understand. And I cannot stress that enough to you guys. The connections worldwide on this are incredible. Anybody else have any other question? Great question. I hope I answered it for you too.
Yep, you did. Thanks, Mike.
Sure. Awesome.
If anybody knows how to speak Mandarin or Cantonese, please just DM me, and we'll get that Asian chat going. Um, and and if you guys know some like solid admins, let me know too, and we can definitely make something happen. Our goal is global expansion, you know.
Exactly. And that's
So
the
DM me.
no man missed, no man left behind, or woman.
Gonna take over the world.
Stoked. Thank you guys so much for all that you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you for the kind words. I love the dev to hear that and the team, because these guys are doing a great job. And I'm telling you guys, the price point you guys are seeing now, don't miss the boat. You will regret it. You know, you see what happened every time there was a sell-off, people got wrecked. And A-Wars especially, people are sleeping on A-Wars. I promise you, people are sleeping on it. RZ, you got a question? RZ, RZA? You almost got RZA going on like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey, so when NirosX goes live, will it be the same price that pre-sale ended at?
It should launch at that. Is that correct, Guapo? It's going to launch, like the initial launch price would be where the pre-sale will be. Yes, it is. Okay, got the answer to that.
Probably for 1 second, because there's people standing by with BNB. So there's people that missed on the pre-sale. So it's gonna go. It's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to go fast. You guys that got in the pre-sale are lucky, because you're going to see liftoff pretty fast on that. I promise you that. Everything that gets lifted does that. Mike, you want to add something?
Yeah, I'm just going to say everybody's going to have to try to beat me, because I'm going to be throwing about 30 transactions in in the first 3 minutes. Just, you have to beat me to the punch.
I believe him. He's not messing with you guys, just so you know. He likes to hold 10% supply of projects. So I'm telling you, he's not lying to you. He will put his money where his mouth is, I promise you. So, yep. Anybody else want to add anything? Any questions?
Yeah. In regards to the AOR's Niros involvement with the metaverse, can you talk a little bit more about that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Metaverse. So obviously the Metaverse Rollout. Just want to hear a little bit about that, if that's all right.
Yeah, it's going to be its own metaverse, basically. I mean, because you have the gaming situated into it. It's going to be, if you go into the website, I'll pull it up because I'll give you the exact stages of it. I want to quote you correctly. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And if you haven't been to the website yet, Cisco Reyes, I'm going to put you on mute just for a second, brother, because you got some feedback coming in. If you haven't been onto the website, I recommend going onto the Alien World Wars website, because it's really, really cool. And it's got a lot of stuff built into it. But you got to remember that it's steps that the gaming is going to go into. The first step is pretty much the launch of the interactive story mode. Then you're going to go into a full metaverse and game launch. That's going to be phase 5. In that, you're going to have someone else is giving me some feedback as well. Please mute your mic, guys. I'm trying to see who it is, and I can't find them. All right, I think they're good now. So phase 5 expansions, full metaverse and game launch, team competitions, member-only metaverse events, influencer partnerships, and corporate sponsorships. I actually have a whole gaming community that they are a team on standby, and when we launch, we can sponsor them, and I guarantee you they'll play the game, and they'll be on Twitch live. They have a lot of following. It's actually a really, really, really huge gaming team that I'm pretty much setting up for the team. And phase 6 is the expand game capabilities, including guided interactive portals, choose your own interactive experience, and metaverse hub to explore interactive features with others. And we went over last week, you're going to be able to put on like a VR headset. You can put on, you can use your phone. I mean, literally use your phone as a 3D world, kind of a very cool interactive area on your phone. And it's going to make you feel like immersed into the game. It's going to be really cool. So be on the lookout for that. And that's all part of the roadmap. Now, right now we're in we already did phase 2. If you go in there, phase 3 is basically where we're at right now. And phase 4 is actually, some of it is happening as we speak, because the launch of the interactive story mode is coming up and it's on deck. So as well as the B2B listing should be coming very, very soon. We're waiting for them to finalize that as well. It's its own metaverse, though, I guess is the best way to explain it.
Very exciting. Thank you for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody else, guys? Anybody else want to ask any questions before we get to wrapping up?
I know you touched on this last week, but I also want to remind you guys get paid to play. Just so everybody's clear on that. You get paid to play. So every time you're playing the game, you're earning AWARs. So you are making money, which you can then turn into fiat currency or just build a bigger bag and collect even more residuals. Sorry, not residuals, rewards. So you get more ETH and more BTC the more you play.
So it gives you something to do, guys. And you talk about the communities like the Asian community that love gaming. I know a lot of people that are in crypto that are of the Asian communities and they love stuff like that. So there's gonna be a lot of communities that take advantage of that. They're gonna try to look at Pokemon Go is a good example. You know how many people you see walking around parks and stuff playing Pokemon Go to this day. I mean, my kids will be well, my oldest, she'll be in the car and talking about, oh, I got to go get this Pikachu here or whatever. It's one of those where it's out there, guys, and it's real. So I hope you guys do keep your eyes on it and look at the stuff within gaming. It's incredible, some of the stuff. And Pokemon Go is going to be the similar example of how you use your phone to see the stuff around you, except this is more immersive because it's going to be full on 3D around you, above you, below you, where you can point your phone in those directions and see all the stuff in the world within the game. The best way to explain it. And there is some advanced stuff of the gaming in the white paper. If you go into the white paper, which I'll post a link for you guys right now, go through that. We talked about this and went in details last week. I literally read the whole white paper for everyone, and that is going to give you a huge understanding of it. I'm going to post that both in the regular chat right now, and I'm also going to post that in the AWAR chat, and I will pin it for you guys. Make sure I'm able to. And that way that I would recommend this is something to share to people, and this is something to go ahead and show people so they can relate to and they can understand. It's the whole explainer. It is the detailed, beautiful white paper that you guys have that's going to explain all the details for you guys. So please make sure you reference that.
This is basically Ready Player One, guys. So I mean, getting paid to play, that's awesome. I'm hyped about that. I love video games as it is. I'm a video game nerd, and yeah, and I've got a 15 and almost 13-year-old. So my kids, they'll watch me play some Warzone. I drop into Verdansk with the boys. So getting paid to play that's even more awesome. Nobody offers that.
Yeah, especially something different like this. I think the interactive aspect of it, while also mixing in the game the way it's going to be and having the AI function in it is huge, guys. Really, really cool stuff happening. So go ahead. Anybody else have any other questions? We're going to start wrapping this up. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, actually probably a little longer because we did start a little early before we started recording. And this is recorded, so you can always share this with your friends, your family, and if they have questions, pass it along. And it's a great way to learn. We do pin these and we do save it in the pinned messages. Any other questions, guys?
Do you know when
Yeah,
the next
I'll
one is?
listen to the recording. I've been going in and out with my service here. I just wanted to make sure. Did we go over the step by step on how to purchase that NirosX through PancakeSwap?
It's going to be on the website, I believe they mentioned, and it's also going to be like we'll make sure we put that stuff out there. That way, if you have any questions about it, you'll be able to see it now. Yeah, if for some reason it comes to the day before or anything like that, please let us know, and one of us will be more than happy to walk you through. I mean, if we have to hold your hand through it, we will. I mean, that's the cool thing about good communities is we're not going to treat you like you're a noob, you don't know how to do this. We understand that crypto's scary, and when you don't know how to do something, you can lose money. And we much rather walk you through it than make you lose money. So yeah, ask for help.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, I'll have a step-by-step instruction manual with screenshots and everything in the next 24 hours. Our cybersecurity guys actually putting it together as we speak, and so it's coming. Next 24 hours, I should have something solid for you guys.
Awesome. Any other questions? Somebody else was asking a question also. I heard him coming in. Did somebody else have a question?
I think it was Skylar.
No, I was just
Scott?
asking when you thought the next one may be, the next AMA.
Oh, next AMA. I try to get one for you guys once a week. I do this just so that way we don't want to bore you guys with the same thing. I'm going to also do an AMA. I don't know if the big man knows this or not, but I love to do an AMA that's kind of like a rally cry and also to teach you guys proper shilling. That way you don't get banned on Telegram and things like that. And to see, I want to start asking people and kind of get a poll going, see if you guys want to get something like a really just information you guys want, what questions you guys have. And my DMs are always open, guys. If you have a question about something specific, if I can't give you the answer or help you with something, we will forward it to the proper channels. Obviously, you could get with Guapo and the team. They do an amazing job of being on just about 24 hours. But I will try to get you guys one next week. I'll schedule it. I might try to get you guys one on Thursday. We'll talk about it before the launch of some of the stuff that's coming. But I do also want to get one in that does teach you guys how to properly shill, because I tell you, I seen the same people shilling Niros, A Wars, and also NirosX. And it takes a community to make a movement. And you treat this like it's your business and you educate people, you will see the growth come from it. I promise you that. And I think you guys have an incredible opportunity here. And maybe you guys are just being quiet because you don't want to share it, so the price doesn't pop too much and then you're too late. But I can tell you, it's a cool project, guys. I'm involved with 3 projects. That's it. 3 projects officially that I back, and this is one of them. I've been approached by a lot of tokens to shill their product, to help them, and I do my research, and I'm very, very, very picky. And Niros, I'll be honest with you, I was approached at first. I kind of pushed it to the side. I talked to the main man, and when I found out everything, me and Crypto Mike were just like, wow, like we'd be stupid not to get involved with this. It's incredible, and I hope you guys do realize that, and it's a great opportunity for all of you. So yeah, we'll get an AMA either Thursday morning, but I will schedule ahead of time, and we will talk about doing one next week for sure. I definitely will host one next week. Mondays and Tuesday nights are usually one I can do, or I could do one Thursday and Friday morning. And some Sundays I could do it as well. So depending on what the community, if you guys want, Guapo, put up a poll and ask the community if they prefer Mike's AMAs, Mike's with an S because there's 2 of us, Monday or Tuesday night, or do they want to switch it up and do a Thursday or Friday morning, or do they prefer a Sunday? And I will accommodate the community and set one up on one of those days for you guys.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday. I could do a Wednesday too, as long as I know ahead of time. I'm off Wednesday morning or night.
Yeah, Mike, if you could just DM me the details, I'll go ahead and pull a poll up and get it cracking.
We got it for you guys. So that way you guys can vote on when you guys want the next AMA, what works best. And me and Mike will try to accommodate you based off our schedule as well. Any other questions, guys?
When you play in the game and you could purchase or earn NFTs, how do you get the NFT off the game, or how do you actually have it?
I believe it'll be airdrop too. It'll be airdrop right into your wallet. Am I correct, Guapo? Give him a second to get back in. Talk to the main man on this one then. He's typing me out right now, so bear with me. And I'm also getting Guapo the information so that way we can set this up. Give me 1 second, guys. We got to have a Niros after dark one night, guys, where we have a couple drinks, listen to some music, and we just chill and kind of just be ourselves for everyone that's not going out. Yeah, so it'll be airdropped and can also be mined within the game, just so you guys know. And I know we talked about it mining last week as well, so the airdrop as well. So airdrop and mined within the gaming.
Also, FYI, if you own a specific NFT, you're able to sell it within the game. And not only that, let's say you own an NFT of a certain skin for your character and someone wants to use that and you're the only one with it, they will pay you to use that skin. So it's a full-on marketplace for you guys with your NFTs. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. So really cool. Think of Fortnite, right? Those skins when you're talking about how much people spend on that. And this is the nice thing is you own the skin. You're not purchasing. We talked about this last week too. You don't just you're not over here pretty much buying something that's someone else's property. It's actually yours. And that's something very, very important. Any other questions, guys? Great questions, by the way. Please keep them coming. We love hearing about the questions. It helps us get answers to questions we might forget to ask. Nope, you guys are done. I mean, I gave you guys 2 hours. Me and Mike gave you guys 2 full hours this time. Guapo joined us, pushing us also. So, yeah, I guess I'll wrap it up then, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to hit the DMs. But I do want to tell you guys, thank you for joining us today. Taking time out of your day to learn about your investment is very important. Whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, we do appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you